Marvel's Spider-Man is now out on PC, and I'm sure there are a ton of channels that are showing you how incredible the game can look at the absolute peak of the quality. But in fact, I'm going to show you how it compares very low, which is the minimum requirements, versus the recommended at medium. So, for minimum, you require a 64-bit processor and operating system, Intel Core i3 or AMD equivalent, 8GB of RAM, NVIDIA GTX 950 or AMD Radeon RX 470, and 75GB of available space. So you can see on the left very low versus medium, and honestly I'm impressed with how nice some of the textures actually look on very low. Yes, there is a noticeable dip in quality, but particularly on Spider-Man's suit, there's a surprising amount of detail. I was expecting like proper potato mode, you can't believe anything, you can't even really differentiate parts of the lines, but no, it actually looks fairly clean in places. The recommended, you are wanting an Intel Core i5 or AMD Ryzen 5 1600, 16GB of RAM, NVIDIA GTX 1060, 6GB, or an AMD Radeon RX 580, 8GB. And I actually have an NVIDIA GTX 1050, so I am below the recommended, but I'm still able to play on medium. I haven't done any of like the super intense scenes, but you know, starting out in Fisk's tower, you know, going through, there's a lot of explosions, there's a lot of enemies, there's a lot going on still. I didn't notice any frame drops, I didn't notice any bits where the game started to falter. It was just pretty much fine. But yeah, I am genuinely very impressed that there is so much, I guess, quality on Spider-Man's suit, even in very low. It is, I genuinely, that actually kind of blew me away. But we are going to look at just a couple of the beginning bits of the game in, in very low quality. You'll get to appreciate exactly how it looks. And yeah, no, I think, I genuinely, I don't think it looks terrible. Like, it could look awful. It could have. But no, it looks fine, it runs pretty smooth, and there is a section between this, very low and medium. There is a low setting, so some of the things, it's got more textures, more shadows, more etc. No, okay, so there's not going to be as many puddles. What a shame, I can't believe it. But guess what, you will still feel like Spider-Man, and that's what we're here for. Okay, so sure, police on the side of the car doesn't look amazing. I get ya, I feel ya, I understand that, but hey, you know what, my computer isn't that great, like the 1050 isn't a very good graphics card, I'm aware, and I don't care, I get to play Spider-Man on the PC. If you have a Steam Deck, from what I understand, it works perfectly on the Steam Deck, which is amazing. The fact that you can play Marvel Spider-Man on the go, oh, incredible. But yeah, just you know, yeah, I could get a really expensive PC, but you know, graphics cards and SSDs and whatnot are very, very expensive at the moment. So I didn't. Like, I don't want to spend that much money. Like, even the fire doesn't look terrible. You know, like yeah, it's not perfect, of course, but you know, it doesn't. It's fine. It really is fine. I'm genuinely quite impressed. And I'm sure there are going to be a lot of people who are like, no, this is not fine. And I totally get it. I understand. If you're someone who wants it to be as crisp as possible, I get it. I do get it. But when you're someone like me who, you know, just can't afford the absolute best and, you know, are able to play the game pretty well on the low settings, I'm delighted. Like, I really expected the worst. And no, it runs super smooth. It feels great, and I'm just very happy about that. I'd love to know if there are people watching this who are like, yeah, no, actually, I was kind of desperate to find out what was going to happen here, like if it was going to look good, if it was going to look bad. I thought I would showcase the, you know, the boards, because you know that you're never gonna get this close up to them usually, but yeah, there is a dip in quality here, like you can see. There's like, yeah, it's very blurry, very grainy. And if I switch over to medium quality, you'll see that it looks a lot nicer. It's a lot cleaner, and I'm sure it will look stunning when you're in the absolute top tier quality. But yeah, no, I'd love to know if, like, what computer, laptop you have, like, were you worried that it wouldn't run perfectly fine? Like, there may still be teething problems if you have a really low, like, if it is Intel Core i3, if it's NVIDIA 950 or a little bit lower, like, you might have a little bit of stuttering here and there. Hopefully not. But yeah, I'm very impressed by how it looks. And here you go, you can see, very low versus medium. And again, it's not, like, yeah, again, there are noticeable quality changes, but it's not awful. I'm genuinely really surprised.
You okay? If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Yes. He's the day, Willie.
And quite frankly, I just needed another excuse to play Spider-Man again, because this game's a masterpiece, and any excuse I can find, I will take for sure. So, haha, feels good. And we're going to view the rest of this in very low mode. We're not going to show the whole mission, just bits and pieces here and there. But yeah, no, you know, this game, if you haven't experienced it before, this is the opening of the game, and it is so fun. And like the thing is, I'm not playing absolute best. I'm playing alright, but I'm not playing my absolute best. I'm still a little bit rusty. I haven't played in a hot minute, you know, since it came out on a PS5. So about a year or so. It's been a while. But yeah, it's great. I'm hoping that someone does do a potato mode mod where, you know, it makes the graphics super bad, because I'm sure it'll be very entertaining. I'm sure the game's gonna freak out a little bit. I think New York City's gonna just be mayhem if that happens. I think it'll be really entertaining, so I hope someone does do that. But no, I hope that this was, you know, informative, so you could actually see what it looks like on very low, because, you know, I want you to, you know what you're getting into, because I'm sure there's so many channels that are like, yep, this is the best, this is what it looks like, this is peak performance, but not everyone can do that. So here you go.
It's like my own private ventrance.
Yeah, the vents look a little bit like the textures look a little iffy here and there. But then again, is that so surprising? I mean, also it's a vent. Yeah, the web looks a little bit like blurry as well. But again, I don't care. Like you know, it's fun. It feels like I'm here to play Spider-Man. I'm here to have a good time, and yeah, would it be nicer if it looked better? Sure. But I also, you know, it's fine. But I'll tell you what I'm also quite impressed of. I thought that the Fisk scene on the monitor, I thought that was going to look really bad just because it was on a monitor, and it was like, it was going to, I don't know, just something about it. I thought maybe like some of the textures might look a little iffy. But no, actually, again, look much like the same as everything else. It looks fine, but like there is a surprising amount of detail on Spider-Man. It a lot more than I was expecting, way more than I was ever expecting. So I am just delighted. But no, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I know it's been me basically rambling. But I don't do these kind of videos often, and I'm not knowledgeable enough to advise you realistically, but I did want to show you that, you know, my computer isn't the best. It's not bad by any means, but it's not the best, and this is the best I can absolutely do. Absolute best is minimum, is medium quality. But I'm fine with playing it in low, and it runs smoother, and, you know, like, there's no risk of it ever dipping at any point, and it looks good still. So yeah, I hope you have a great time with the game if you're picking it up. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you would leave a like and subscribe, I'd very much appreciate it. It's trying to get to 100,000 subscribers, and I'm getting close, so any subscription means a lot. But thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoy the game if you pick it up. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.